Alright. Continuing on where we left off yesterday. Okay, so to recap on what I picked up yesterday, we're now up to 41 strength, 23 con. Almost all of our points are in strength. I don't think I have any in any other attribute. The rest of these are coming from armor pieces and weapons. That's what the blue line is. And like I said, we're going to take strength up to 50 for the plus 10 damage in mining speed. And then we'll move down here, get this to 50 for the consumable and logging. What I plan on doing is taking this all the way up to 150 for the minus 10 crit damage and increased weight, which that doesn't matter that much to me. But the minus 10% crit damage is huge. And then eventually probably taking this up to either 250 or 300. Every time you hit a 50 point break, you get some bonuses. So there's 20 encumbrance, damage to melee. We got 25 stamina damage, so that'll come in handy whenever I'm messing with like Warhammer primarily. Of course, you get mining speed. And then up here, stamina regen is faster while performing basic attacks. So, and then this one's pretty nice. The 10% yield, what increase when mining, that'll be really nice. Now that one would be super nice, having grit on your basic attacks. Basically, whenever I attack, I don't get staggered. So, and then for weapon mastery, we picked up Whirling Blade. It's just a spin. It does a little bit of AoE for 2 meters, 145 weapon damage. Reverse stab is 175 damage, and it staggers. And then leaping strike, mostly for the mobility. Eventually, whenever I get a couple more points, I am going to take this off and replace it with shield bash, because that staggers really nice. And later on, it's what I planned on doing was this would be kind of like my oh shit move. So I'll have a ton of damage through basic attacks through these passives here. So heavy attacks gain 30% in power. It makes me deal 30% more damage or something like that. And then final strike creates a slow or inflicts a slow for 2 seconds. But if I combine that with, I think it's this one. Yeah, opportunist, that slow will give me 10% more damage. And then, of course, you know, crit chance. Let's see, what else? I mean, this would be nice. Gain haste for 5 seconds. Anytime I get a crit. While health is full, deal 15% more damage. I don't think I'm going to pick that up. The way I play, at least, I'm never really at full health. I feel like that would pair way better with, like, either Great Axe or Hatchet. And then, of course, the passives on these is like gain grit, so whenever I use this ability, I can't get staggered out of it. And then, on a successful hit with reverse stab, all other sword cooldowns are reduced by 25%. So, I think my basic combo, because this, it's hit a foe below 30% health, deal 50% more damage. So the combo would be like hit them with the stun, do 3 autos to proc the The slow, so I'm dealing more damage the whole time. I'm getting 10% more crit and haste. And then whenever they're at 30% health, hit them with this. And then if they're still alive, hit them with that, and I'll get back a huge portion of my other cooldowns. Now, whenever we get to Warhammer, this is all going to change as well. Right now, while I'm leveling it, I have this for more damage. But it penetrates armor and deals 140% weapon damage. It's just all around more damage. So, and then Mighty Gravel is gonna stay, just because down here, if I take this all the way down, Mighty Gravel hits twice, but the follow-up deals 220%. So all in all, this will deal like 390% damage just for one ability. Also, it deals another 20% to targets below 30% health, which is nice. But what we'll end up replacing this with is we'll go with Clear Out and Shockwave. Clear Out will knock everything on their ass, and then Shockwave staggers everything. And now the damage these two deal isn't great. 80%, 115%. But the reason I want to take these two is this passive. Heal for 30% of damage dealt when using a Crowd Crusher ability. So, really, if you wanted to maximize how much life steal you're getting, you'd take this too. But I'm just not that big a fan of this ability. Basically, you slam the hammer on the ground, it sends out a shockwave for, God, I don't even know how far it goes. It goes a little ways, and I think one of the passives staggers everything, yeah. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like this is better. I'd rather deal more damage than have another stagger when I already have two. And then, so yeah, that's basically what all my abilities and stats. So if I move a little quick, that's just to let y'all know what I plan on doing in the future. I'm going to take these passives. I'll take this, Precision. I'll take Empowered Stab, Achilles Heel. Oh god, what else? Probably this Critical Precision. I'll take this as well. And then I'll go with these two passives, and then there's a couple passives over here. Like just this, just extra 15% armor is nice. Yeah, another 10% less damage from magic. When you block with a shield, you're sealed. Cooldowns are reduced by 1%. Probably won't take that because I'm not really going to be blocking much. And then this one might as well take. It just gives me 15% more damage on my final strike. So basically, lead in with the bash stagger, do 3 autos, and then a heavy, or I'll probably lead with a heavy and then do 3 autos, so I get that 30 plus 10, so 40% more damage, and then lead in with these two abilities. And then the rest of these are passive, so y'all don't get left behind. I love you too, babe. Why don't you go play?
Well, my mom took me out for lunch for a minute.
Okay. Alright. So now, I guess we will continue on. Yeah, I moved pretty quickly through the menus. This isn't my first time doing like a fresh start. It's probably like my 5th character, I think. But sometimes I'll make a new character because it's just, in my opinion, I enjoy the leveling progression far more than endgame. But that's just how I am. Plus, it seems like it's much easier to start a new character and level you know, test out what weapons that I want to use, as opposed to like, oh, I think I want to use spear and bow, and then, you know, spending a week at in-game to level those just to find out you don't like them. I guess I could pull... Well, I need level 4 at least. And then I'll switch that spin ability so I can kind of show what the basic combo would be. And it doesn't matter that much this early. I mean, you're dealing enough damage all around that it's fine. You can really, you don't really have to use abilities even. You can just auto attack everything down pretty easily this early. How do I get in here? There we go. I'm pretty upset that you don't get that kind of deal. So we'll respec here. Can I? My abilities are on cooldown. Of course. What, did he respawn instantly? Jeez. I guess I'll do it after I get through this. And expect that guy to... Ow. Ow. Yep, that's that ability that knocks everybody on their ass. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. That's the other ability that stuns you. We just get hit by everything that guy does. Okay. Also, you should always try to eat food. Gives you passive health regen. What am I doing? I need to go over there now. I'm gonna just zoom in so I don't get the wacky camera effects.
If this situation
Is that another crate over there?
and to my satisfaction,
No, it's just a box.
further reparations will be expected.
Okay.
I will not hesitate to visit Windsworth myself and personally see that the cost is paid. for
Alright,
these
so now we're gonna go to sword, respec.
and
We're gonna
quickly
pick up
increase
this passive and this. And then we're gonna pick up... Oh, I can't respec yet, actually. I take that back. I would need 5 points. Because if I'm skipping this ability and this... Yeah, I would have to... I almost wonder, is this one better? This attack deals 125 weapon damage. This ability has grit. I mean, and it's got a much lower cooldown. I mean, that's at 20, this is 25. What was the reason to take this? So it's a 3-second stun, right? Yeah, so it starts at 2, gets up to 3. Oh, you can make it deal 150% weapon damage. This one's 125. But it also weakens. Successful hit. All enemies within 5 meters are slowed by 30% for 4 seconds. I might take this, honestly. This one seems better around. I mean, this one has more damage, but... that's not gonna be that big a deal. And we'll go ahead and take the final... No. Because Opportunist is way down here. I'll go ahead and take the heavy, and then move into these two. But I mean, the basic combo is going to be the same, just to showcase that. It'll be Q, heavy attack, 3 autos, and then other abilities. So we'll do the heavy attack to get our empower, 3 autos, he's at 30% health, we dive on him, and it just ends him. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter that much right now. Everything dies too easy anyway. I can just auto use an ability and an auto. But later on in the game, it starts to become much more of a deal. And I even think it matters a lot more whenever you get into like PvP, which I'm not a big fan of. I mean, even in that case, most of the time, I believe you'd want to lead in with either with a build like this where you're not going super heavy into heavy armor and, you know, being a tank. You'd probably want to sneak up on people and do the dive to get in on them and then go into shield bash. But I'm primarily focusing on PvE.
A warrior is known.
There's our axe, and what else are we here for? I can't get that yet. It's like a wire weave or something. What is it wanting? Oh, it wants me to go back to town, I see. That's fine. I might run over into Monarchs and do some of their side quests for a little bit, because there's a ton of iron ore, which would be more beneficial. At least for what I'm wanting. What am I even looking for? I don't know why this stream is so jittery. I don't know how to fix that. Like on mine it's smooth, and I'm looking over at the stream and it kind of looks like I'm lagging. Alright, is that better? Con and Dex.
This is all the proof we need, however.
Don't want that, even though it has a whole ton of strength, which would be nice.
Their lies and betrayal shall be exposed, and their empire shall decay and fall before our righteous might.
Is there a guy in there? There's a guy inside. But yeah, I think I'm gonna focus on medium weight. If I remember right, I don't know where you find the passives for weight class. There we go. Medium, you get dodge cost reduction, or not that, sorry, base damage, you get 10%. Crowd control debuffs, you get 10% increased duration. After 1 second after taking a melee hit, dodge distance is reduced by 20% and you cannot run. Interesting. And then if you wanted to go lightweight, I think you get a whole bunch more damage. You also get a whole bunch more healing. 30% increased healing. And then for 1.5 seconds after taking a melee hit, dodge distance is reduced by 20% and you cannot run. Okay, so that buff, or that debuff really, it gets bigger the lower your weight class is. But if you're in heavy armor, your dodge is 50 stam, block stability is increased by 15, outgoing crowd control is the highest out of all three. And then, but your healing is severely reduced, and well, I mean, you get the smallest debuff after taking a melee hit. Your dodge distance isn't reduced, and you can't run, but that's only for 5 seconds, so that's not so bad. Is there supposed to be a guy here? Because there's not a guy here. Oh, I'm just gonna sit. I don't want to sit. Let me up. Okay, get in your position so you can get up. I don't get it. There's nothing here. There's no one here. Maybe I have to go to the other one first. Where's that at? Hello? Where's my other one? Oh, it's still in town. I see. I did not know you get such a massive healing buff by being in light armor.
Of course not.
Now, is there gonna be somebody here?
There are a few pirate games in these.
That's kind of a dash, but you have that really slow startup for it. I mean, I guess even the lunge has you have like a second where you're just standing there. You get a rapier for doing this. Rapier is fun. That's another thing where I actually enjoyed it, but there's just other shit I prefer. Can I like get on this house and leap over the fence? That'd be grand. Actually, how far away is that? What is this? Why does that keep popping up? Some kind of goofy ass glitch. I guess I'll just run there. There's a side mission I can get on the way. Ah, I forgot to go through Territory Standing. I can do that real quick. So basically, as you gain experience in certain areas, like right now I'm in Windsward, but there's all of these other places. But as you do quests, you gain experience and you basically level up the territory. And you can choose between a couple different buffs. XP gain is really nice early on, but none of these buffs are refundable. So if you click a whole bunch of XP gain, you're going to be shit out of luck at the end of the game, where you don't need any more XP. But having lower taxes or more storage would be very nice. So I typically try to stay away from the XP. And I mean, honestly, the only place that I see that as being of any value is whenever you get to level 50. I would pick up some of those because that is just such a slog up here in this, or these two regions, and then this one here. It's such an insane slog. I'm gonna have to figure out why stream is so jittery. I am not understanding what's going on. You know what? I'm gonna stop the stream for just a second and try to mess around with the settings.